Assalamu alaikum. In today's video I'll be going through one of the Taekwondo movements that we use in Taekwondo sparring or fighting. So this movement is called shifting, and I'll be going through how we actually do shifting, when we do shifting, and also why we do shifting in a sparring situation. And at the end of this video I'll be going through some bonus tips that you can use to make your shifting better. So make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss anything. Shifting is when we move either forwards or backwards. And whilst we move forwards or backwards, our feet stay the same distance apart. So if I start like this, I also end like this. Or if I'm going backwards, the same thing, like this. My feet, they stay the same distance all the time. So it's not a skipping motion, so the feet don't come together. The feet stay apart, forwards or backwards. So when do we actually use shifting in a sparring situation? So one situation is we could be too far away from our opponent. So if I was to kick from here, I would miss. Same with the front leg. So to have a better chance of scoring, I would shift forwards and then I could do any kick. Like that. Another situation is that our opponent attacks us first. So say my opponent kicks me, I can shift out. And what this does is, my opponent misses that kick, so they're not going to score me, they're not going to get any points. And also, I could be in a better situation because I can counter them doing different techniques, okay? I can come off the front leg, I can do a back kick, anything, okay? Depending on the situation, depending on the gaps. Another thing is my opponent might not do one kick, they might do multiple kicks. So I might have to shift out a few times. So say she comes, I shift out. So what that's doing is that my opponent is most likely going to miss, depending on how quick I am to move out. Also, my opponent might do a few multiple kicks, and I could do two movements. I could put the shifting forwards and the shifting back together. So if my opponent comes kicks, I can shift back, and then they come kick again, I can shift forwards and close down. Also, sometimes you might notice that your opponent, their legs are slightly crossed, okay? So what this means usually is that they're planning to do a counter kick. So when I kick, they're planning to counter. So for example, they could do a counter back kick or a counter reverse, okay? So from here I would kick, and then she counters, okay? So for me to like counter that, or to plan around that, what I could do is I could draw that kick in. So what I could do is I could shift in and shift out at the same time, and after I've shifted out, I could be in a better position than her, and then I can counter that kick, okay? So from here, shift in, shift out, and then, for example, to the head or to the body or anything. Okay, so some things to remember when you're doing shifting is that you want your stance to not be too long, okay? You want it to be short enough so that you can get out or go in as fast as possible. So the shorter I am, the faster I can move out or forwards, and once I've moved out I can counter or just go other way. So again, nice and short and out. If you're too long, it's going to take longer to move, and you're more likely to get hit if she was kicking, okay? And another thing to keep in mind is when sparring, you don't want to shift out too much. So say my opponent was kicking me a lot, if I just shift, what's going to happen is the referee is going to give me a warning, a gamjung, and that's going to give my opponent another point, okay? So say she was coming again, I can close down, okay? So you can close down, or you can move out to avoid going back too much and then getting that gamjung and losing that point, okay? That concludes the shifting tutorial. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, please give us a like. Some more follow-up videos will be coming in the coming weeks, so make sure you subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss that. Jazakallah for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.